Hello everyone, I am Gyan and you are learning computer science with Python for class 11th. In this video, we are going to learn about Internet of Things. Normally, what kind of devices gets connected to the Internet? It's our smartphone. The smartphone gets connected to the Internet. The laptops or computers, desktops gets connected to the Internet, or smartwatches or tablets. Okay, smartwatches or tablets, etc. things gets connected to the internet. Now look at a situation when all your household devices started to get connected to the internet. What happens if your bulb gets connected to the internet? Okay, what happens if your washing machine gets connected to the internet? What happens if your lock of main door in your house gets connected to the internet? So if all the household stuffs, all the household appliances gets connected to the internet, then this situation is called Internet of Things. That means internet for everything. Everything you use in your life gets connected to the internet. Internet of Things. So the term computer networks that we commonly use is the network of computers. Okay. Normally we say internet as computer networks because computers are connected to each other. We have never seen a washing machine is connected to a network. We have never seen our bulb or tube lights or table fans, AC, etc. are connected to networks. Okay, nowadays ACs are coming which are connected with networks. But normally, our most of devices, most of home appliances are not connected to the internet. That's why we say internet as networks of computers, computer networks. Only computers are connected to that network. Okay, so the computer networks are networks consist of laptop, desktop, server, or portable devices like tablets, smartphones, smartwatch, etc. These devices are connected through wire or Wi-Fi, means wireless. Okay, so we can communicate between these devices over computer network through internet or LAN. Okay, so these devices are connected to each other either through basic LAN, local LAN, or can be connected through internet. But only such smart devices like laptop, desktop, server are connected to the internet. Smartwatch, smartphones, tablets, etc. are connected to the internet. We have never seen that our table or our almirah are connected to internet. Now imagine the situation that not only these devices like laptop, desktop, server, or tablet, smartphone, smartwatch, not only these devices, but our bulbs, fans, refrigerators are also become part of this network. Means these devices also become a part of this computer network. So how will they communicate with each other? Means how a refrigerator will communicate with someone. And what will they communicate? Okay, that means if my refrigerator is connected to internet, then what that refrigerator is going to communicate and with whom that refrigerator is going to communicate and how that refrigerator is going to communicate. So we are going to now connect our day-to-day home appliances with the internet, and that is called Internet of Things. But as I told you, the question is how and what they will communicate with each other and with whom they will communicate. Now think about the advantages. What the advantage we will get if such household devices are connected to internet. We will able to communicate with such devices using our smartphones. We will able to control such devices using our smartphones. Like you must have seen an AC ad for an air conditioner in which they say wherever you are, just control AC using your smartphone. So you will able to control these devices through your smartphones, doesn't matter where in the world you are. And that power we will get if these devices are connected to the internet. So the Internet of Things is a network of devices. Now we will not more say it network of computers. We will not say it computer networks. But Internet of Things is a network of devices such as have an embedded hardware and software to communicate with each other. Of course, your refrigerator is not a computer. It has just a single chip and all the programming instructions are available on that chip. So all such household devices are the embedded devices. Okay, they have their own hardware and software to communicate with each other. So they will able to communicate to each other on the same network. As you can see here, all these devices are connected to each other and they can communicate with each other on the same network. See, at present, a typical household, many devices have advanced hardware, that is microcontroller and software. As I told you in the earlier videos that all your devices, almost all electronic devices you have, from washing machine to refrigerator and any other electronic devices, has a small chip which has a small little program which instructs that device about what to do. So at present, all these household devices, all these household appliances own hardware and software on a single chip, embedded hardware and software on the single chip. These devices are used in isolation, means refrigerator is not talking to washing machine that I need a repair, do you also need? Means these devices are not talking to each other. And just to manage those devices, nowadays we require maximum human intervention. So to give them operational direction means to start a washing machine, to start a refrigerator, or give other operational direction to the washing machine, refrigerator, or air conditioner. Nowadays we need maximum human intervention. So there are two problems. First thing is that those devices are not communicating with each other. Okay, your refrigerator is not communicating with your AC. The second thing is that those devices nowadays requires maximum human intervention for their operational work. But IoT tends to bring them together, okay, to work in a collaboration and assist each other, creating an intelligent network of things. Means all those household devices will be connected to each other so that they create an intelligent environment in the home. They create an intelligent network of things. For example, if the micro oven or air conditioner or door lock or CCTV camera or other such devices enable to connect to internet, we can access and remotely control them on the go using our smartphone. Okay, and of course I told that these devices can talk to each other. Means suppose that I am coming to my home, I just started the AC 15 minutes before, and AC given a signal to my bulb that after 15 minutes you should be switched on because the guy living in this room is coming. So this is how these devices can communicate with each other to provide an excellent and intelligent network of things. Now, how these devices will communicate with each other? There should be a protocol. What I mean is, I don't want these devices to communicate over different apps. Okay, you just bought a AC and you have installed an app for that AC. You bought a refrigerator and you have to install an app for that refrigerator. This is not a good thing. If you have n number of different devices, we don't want to install n number of apps in your smartphone in order to control them. So we can control them just like using our HTTP protocol. You may not know right now what is HTTP protocol, but Web of Things uses just a single protocol for all the devices so that all the devices can understand just one language of instruction. Okay, and all the devices will be instructed through just web language, nothing else. So there will not be required different apps for different devices because they all are understanding the one language, that is the language of website. And this is called Web of Things. How Web of Things enables all the devices to listen for a command in same language. And what is HTTP protocol? This is out of scope of this book. But you just remember that using the HTTP protocol, using the web interface instead of normal app interface, if you try to control all the devices, then all the devices will listen to the same language and you will be free from installing different apps for the different n number of devices. The other thing which enables Internet of Things is called sensors. Now the question is, what is sensor? Your smartphone have multiple sensors. Have you ever noticed, if you put your smartphone horizontal, then screen becomes horizontal. If you put your smartphone vertical, then screen becomes vertical. This happens because of a sensor called accelerometer and gyroscope. So two sensors actually helps in this. One is accelerometer and other one is gyroscope. The accelerometer sensor in the mobile phones detects the orientation of the phone, and gyroscope sensor tracks rotation or twist of your hand. Okay, and combining these two sensors, the mobile phone decides how to show the display in the vertical manner or in the horizontal manner. The sensors also adds a very big value in the Internet of Things world. Sensors are also commonly used as monitoring and observing elements in the real world applications. Now, sensors are also becoming very smart. That means the sensor takes input from the physical environment and uses built in computing resources to perform predefined functions. Okay, means the smart sensors senses the environment, okay, and use its computing power to perform some action. After sensors, this is the Internet of Things using which we are planning to make smart cities. Suppose that Internet of Things are used in various requirements in a city. In a city, we need management of various resources like land water, like waste, like air pollution, health and sanitation, traffic congestions, public safety and security. So all these so if all these resources are managed by using Internet of Things, then such city will be called a smart city. Okay, a smart city is that city where all the resources are managed by Internet of Things. So people are planning the city around the world to look for a smarter ways to manage such resources. So in the smart city, you will have IoT devices everywhere, and these IoT devices will be communicating with each other and will be sharing each other's environment. And after gathering the knowledge of each other's environment, the various IoT devices in the cities will take the decision. Suppose that there is a smart traffic light at this point, and here is the congestion. Then this smart traffic light will say this traffic light that I have got a congestion. So this traffic light will warn other people who are going to this side that there is a congestion afterwards. Please choose a different route. Okay, and this device may also suggest those vehicles that which road you should follow. So connecting these resources through Internet of Things have lot of advancement in managing a city, and such city is called a smart city. The smart city bridge uses wireless sensor to detect any loose bolt. Suppose that there is a loose bolt, so a smart sensor will say that there is a loose bolt on this bridge. Okay, and it will urgently send a SMS to the authorities. A smart tunnel with IoT devices will detect that any leakage or congestion in the tunnel and warn everyone from going through that tunnel. So this is how our life can be easy with IoT devices. This is how our cities can be smart with IoT devices. So hopefully you got the meaning of IoT devices. We will see you in the next video for computer science with Python for class 11th.